Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Boy Soto here with the Autumn Windbags, back with another one. So they're making this big old freaking ordeal today about the schedule release, and I'm excited about it. But it's like, okay, we're trying to get on Twitter here, see if that's probably going to be the easiest way to find everything. How is everyone doing today? Let's see if Raiders.com has it up yet. Okay, so preseason we're playing. Okay, here we go. Here's the schedule. Well, by God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. Let's go through this, right? We'll go through the whole thing. Then we'll go week by week. Some interesting matchups here and there, stuff like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and present this bullshit. I don't know, man. I honestly like the way the NFL has like the news cycle just locked is pretty impressive. Okay. What's up, guys? Before we start, I want to let everyone know, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really makes a big difference, guys. We can't get done what we want to get done without you guys. So make sure you tell everybody about the Autumn Windbags. There's a lot of good content creators out there. Make sure you mention us in that breath of Raider content creators. Okay, here we go. Apollo's back there chilling. You excited, boy? That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, without further ado, now you can always go on there and look at it yourself, but that's what we're here for, to discuss, see what we want to talk about. My boy Sed's here, Mark's here, Mr. False Info's here, Raider Vic's here. What up, y'all? What up? Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So we're going to start with the preseason. I know no one hates that shit, but whatever. We got 3 preseason games. We're starting off with, we got 2 NFC West teams. All NFC teams, by the way. NFC West, we're going to start with the San Francisco 49ers, which is fucking crazy because that's Jimmy G's old team. We're playing San Francisco. Okay, we played them week 17 last year, second to last game of the season. Playing them again in the preseason. Then we play the Rams at the week 2 of the preseason. Third week of preseason is the Cholo Bowl. Raiders, Cowboys, you know it's going to be packed. So those are going to be the 3 preseason games we got going on, all right? Cool. All right. Forget all that noise. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about. Week 1, September 10th, at the Broncos. Regular old game, okay? Which is cool. I don't like, it's not my favorite. I'm going to say that. It's not my favorite to have divisional games be like the big game because we see them twice a year every year. I want to see a big national game be like an out of division game. You know what I'm saying? Like division games are cool and all, but it's like I see them all the time. I want to see us play non-division games. Okay, so that's week 1. Week 2, also on the road, we're at Buffalo. Now, dude, we dodged a bullet because that could have been a really, really shitty game for us. I don't know if you guys have been up to the Pacific or you've been up in the Northeast. They got a little something called winter up there that we don't have really on the West Coast that much. That winter is pretty bad, man. And playing in that stadium in like single degree or negative weather, not chill. Buffalo Stadium's outdoors because they're thugs like that. So we're starting off the season 2 road games in a row at Denver, at the Bills. Now, these are 2 road games that if you flip the schedule and they're towards the end of the year, these are some pretty bad weather games. So having Denver and Buffalo back-to-back to start the year, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all because those are some potential shit weather games at the end of the year. All right. Okay. Week 3, Sunday Night Football at home opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gonna lay the smack down on those dudes. You gotta come correct. Gotta come correct because you know the Steelers travel. There's Steelers fans that never been to Pittsburgh, bro. It's like, come on. They're all over the place. Snoop Dogg and all those fools like love the Steelers, whatever. I got a good buddy of mine. He's a big Steelers fan. I'm like, dude, what do you like Steelers for? He's like, oh, no, I like the Steelers, whatever. Okay. Week 3, home opener, Sunday Night Football. That is our first national televised game. So our first national game is Sunday Night Football, Week 3, at September 24th against the Steelers. All right. Week 4, we travel to our home away from home to face the Los Angeles Chargers. And that is October 1st, if I'm not mistaken, to face the Chargers. So back-to-back home weeks, back-to-back home games. Okay, moving on to week 5. Week 5 is the Davante Adams versus his old team in the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, no longer Aaron Rodgers. The Jordan Love-led Packers on Monday Night Football. So that is our second national televised game. Again, a non-divisional opponent, which I like. I like them. I like us to play, teams that we don't play a lot on national games. So Packers, week 5, October 9th, Monday Night Football. Mark it down. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a hot one. Okay. Week 6 is a rematch of the what do we call it? The Immaculate Misconception or whatever it was called. Week 6 at home, October 15th against the Patriots. Should smash. Okay, here's another good one. Another good thing for us. October 22nd at Chicago before it gets ass cold. So, bros, I don't know, guys, if you know what's going on here. If you look at the schedule, we have one cold weather game outdoors. We're going to get to that, but that's it. We had a potential of 4. We only have 1. So that's pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. The last time we get to travel into a cold weather city before Christmas is October 22nd, so 2 months before that, and it's to Chicago. That's great for us. It really is great for us to not have to go to that super ass cold weather. Okay, now week 8, another nationally televised game, another non-division opponent, 3 for 3 at the Lions, the resurgent Lions, again on Monday Night Football. Great game. Happy to see it. It's going to be a barn burner. Set your calendar, set your watches. Okay, next week, week 9, we have week 9, 2 back-to-back home games, both against New York teams. At our spot, we play the Giants in week 9, and then Sunday Night Football, another nationally televised game, another non-division opponent. The gods are shining on us. We play the Jets, week 10, Sunday Night Football. So now we have Sunday Night Football, week 3 against Pittsburgh. We have Monday Night Football, week 5 against the Packers. We have Monday Night Football, week 8 against the Lions. We have Sunday Night Football, week 10 against the Jets. So that's already 4, right? 4 nationally televised games, 4 non-division opponents. I'm loving it. Okay, then we go to nice warm Miami in November. It's going to be chill over there. It's going to be, probably in the 70s or whatever. It's going to be nice. Week 11 to face the Dolphins. At home, week 12 against a team that we're not going to talk about. Okay. Week 13 is our bye. It's a late bye for us. The last maybe handful of 10 years or so, we've had a bye very early in the year. We don't get our bye until week 13. I think that's good. Get off to a hot start, work out some kinks, get to work those out as we play, have a nice bye towards the end of the season, then have a nice little run of 5 games to end the year. I'm not mad at it. I don't know what you guys think. Week 14 at home against Minnesota. Then we have our first, what we actually have back-to-back big games, but this is our first divisional game. So we have 5 national games. The fifth one is week 15 at home, Thursday night football against the Chargers. That's week 15 on December 14th. December 25th. So we have a nice long layoff. We have a nice 9-day layoff until we play at the dreaded Chiefs. So, cool game, Christmas game. I think I heard rumblings was going to be one of the Nickelodeon games, which would be pretty cool. So that's week 16, right? So we don't have to end with we've been ending with the Chiefs a lot, or a division opponent a lot, which we do still, but it's probably the best chance for us. Okay, week 17, redemption game from that Jeff Saturday game last year. Week 17 on New Year's Eve day at 10 a.m. against the Colts. Then we end the season week 18 versus the Broncos. Now, depending on if that game means anything, they can change it around. We could potentially have a 6th primetime game. So we got 5 primetime games here. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? I think it's a pretty cool schedule for us. I like it. I like it specifically because we have a nice mix. 3 of our last 5 games are at home. Okay, now we have one more home game than road game this year because the AFC does, right? So, of course, 3 of the last 5, that leaves us, 12 games? So we're split 6 and 6 before the bye. It's very balanced as far as that goes. 6 home games, 6 road games before the bye. Then we get 3 home and 2 road games after the bye. I'm liking that. Also, again, we only traveled to a cold weather city outdoor stadium one time this year. And that's the Christmas Day game versus the Chiefs. So this is not something to take lightly. It's a big deal. You saw what happened last year when we played in cold weather games. Not the best, especially towards the end of the year. All right. We have someone in the NFL wants to go to Vegas. Yeah, Lance Kirk. The schedule is fun, but we don't deserve this many primetime games. Well, the issue of deserve is subjective. What does the NFL want, right? What does the NFL want? The NFL wants ratings, right? And they get good ratings. They're going to put matchups that are out there that either you haven't seen in a while, matchups that you want to see because there's a good story behind it. That's why they do a lot of divisional games, because these are big games. But honestly, man, deserving is kind of it all depends on how you look at it. Are they a popular team? The Raiders are? Yeah. A couple of years ago, they played in the highest rated freaking game in years. So people want to watch the team play. Now you got to find the story behind the story, right? Well, the story behind the story with Pittsburgh is, man, let me do my go gadget arm and reach, right? Last year against Pittsburgh, that was the last Derek Carr game. Come from behind loss for the Raiders. Maybe a little bit of redemption. That could be a story they can tell. They want to be able to tell stories, right? That's a good matchup for us early in the year. The Davante Adams game, it's a big thing. Davante Adams played the bulk of his career with the Packers. That could be a good game on Monday night. They don't want to put stinkers. Anytime you put the Raiders on TV, people are going to watch. Okay. The one that's the most iffy for me is the Lions game, but the Lions put up a lot of points. They're one of the kind of the sexy hip pick right now, like the trendy pick to win the NFC North. Let's see how they do. Let's see how they start off. Their defense is not great. Neither is ours. Could they improve? Of course, and so can ours. Their offense seems to be pretty good. We'll see what's going on with them at the time. It looks like they got a lot of good players. They drafted a couple of guys in the first round, a couple of rookies that should be pretty, big impact players early. Should be a good matchup, man. It's a Monday Night Football game. It's not going to be an ass game. It's going to be a game that's going to be up and down the field. Another Sunday Night Football game, another primetime game against the Jets. It's not so much the Jets, although they are kind of a draw. They're another sexy pick to do really well. But, Aaron Rodgers against Davante Adams on two different teams. So they're facing each other, but neither one of them was playing for the team that they played for when they played together. It's kind of cool. Again, look for the story, right? Now, the story with the Chargers, you don't have to – this every year you could talk about that. The last game of the season a couple of years ago, it's a big deal. Then you have, the Chiefs game is going to be a Christmas Day game, stuff like that. But, yeah, man, I like it, man. I like it. I like the balance early. I like the cold weather teams early in the year. That's not much more you can ask for, dude. There was what, 4 games? 4 games that there were 4 games that was like trouble potentially in the cold. That's the Broncos, the Bills, the Bears, and the Chiefs. And really the only one that we got that's a kind of a rougher one is the Chiefs, and that's Christmas Day. And it's going to suck, towards the end of the year anyway. I don't know why we always play them at their field late, but man, they did us a lot of, I don't want to say they did us any favors, but it's pretty nice, man, to have that late bye. That late bye is nice. I like that bye. It's later in the year, but it's not like the last week I think they have buys. I think the last week is the following week. Week 14 is the last week they have buys. But then to have 5 games at the end, 3 home games, 2 away games, end with the home game. So we start and end with the Broncos. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. I really like it a lot. What do you guys think, man? What do we got going on over here? Come on, let's go up here. What do we got? If Jimmy G string stays healthy, I can see us maybe making the playoffs with the schedule. Yeah, man, it makes a lot of sense. Wiping away any biases, any things you might have about look at the team and what we've done. Where do we need to improve? We need to improve defensively. That's the biggest area of need that we had. We drafted players that, before that, we picked up a lot of good players in the secondary. Epps is a good player. Jaquan Johnson's a good player. You have Duke back there. Faison's coming. We saw what Faison can do. We bought a couple guys in the secondary. We have some younger guys and maybe take a big step. I know he's a USC guy, and I might be seen as a homer, but Isaiah Polomau is his put up or shut up year this year because they're bringing in a lot of safeties, right? They brought Teamer back. They brought, like I said, Jaquan Johnson. They brought Epps in. They drafted Christopher Smith second. They had Merrick there. That's a crowded secondary at safety. Now, that being said, Patrick Graham does like to play a lot of safeties. Sometimes like to play 3 safety look. I know that Christopher Smith played a lot of slot corner at Georgia. I don't know if he has quite the foot speed to do that at this level, but you never know. Maybe he just ran bad. His slow 40 time didn't really show up on tape that much. But look, man, I'm looking at a really nice schedule for us. Linebacker wise, didn't seem like we put a lot of attention to it, but you get a younger version of a Perriman with Spillane, a guy that has maybe a little bit more upside. Hopefully Diablo comes back healthy, a rangy, long arm guy. I mean, look, the guys that we have on this defense, you got to think about it, man. These are rangy, long arm guys. That's what we're getting. Guys that have reach, the guys that can affect the flight of a football, guys that, get in there and tackle. It's a pretty good schedule for us, man. I think, look, we still got to go out there and perform, right? That's just the way it is. They can give us the best schedule in the world. We still got to go out there and win. But from what we did in free agency, what we did in the draft, the players that we have coming in, hopefully, we stay healthy. No team stays completely healthy. But could have been a lot worse, man. Honestly, if you flip this bitch around, and we're, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we're playing at Chicago like November 26th, and then we play like week 17, we play at Buffalo, and then we play week 18 at Denver, like those are some ass games to have late in the year. So if you flip this thing backwards, it could have been really bad. But honestly, it's not bad at all. I think it's a pretty good schedule for us. I think we have the games that we play on the road, we have them early. Maybe we can pop a couple of those teams early. Like the Bills is going to be a tough game. We have it early on the road. We could maybe pop them. I don't know how much of a problem the Bears are going to be. But I know I can see the Lions being a little bit of an issue for us. That's still kind of within the first half of the season before the teams really start to figure it out and make that last season push. Those games, but the Vikings, the last, end push of the year is Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs, Colts, and Broncos again. I'm not scared of anybody in the division. We've shown that we can beat these teams. It's just we make dumb mistakes or, we just don't execute towards the end of games, and we can definitely win those. The Vikings won a lot of games with a horseshoe up their ass last year. Their defense is worse than the fucking Lions defense, I think, and worse than ours. They were awful. They just had a lot of things happen for them towards the end of the season. The Colts is going to be the Colts. I don't know what's going to happen with Anthony Richardson, how he's going to perform, how he's going to develop. You never know. He's an explosive player, but again, it's an indoor game, even though it's a late season game. Indoors shouldn't be too bad. Raider Coho 916. Salute Soto. Let's go 12-5. Fuck it, I said it. 12-5. I mean, look, man, it's laid out for us to pop a couple of these teams early. A couple of these teams that you get these teams later in the year. They have good coaching. They have good players that could figure it out. Like the Bills and the Pittsburghs, and you got the Green Bays, and you got the Patriots. Like those are teams that normally play better towards the end of the season, right? Towards the middle of the year, you got like the Giants and the Jets back to back at home. I don't know, man. It's one of those things where who are they going to be? How are they going to be? They played pretty well last year. I think the Jets did fold because there was no quarterback last year. But, I mean, it's shaping out pretty good for us, man. Oh, Kojo. My bad. My Spanish is coming out. Extra electricals. I don't like the Monday night game because the next team has an extra day to rest, prepare than us. Yeah, I guess, but it is what it is, man. It's the Giants. Whatever. Boogie, I just don't want to get embarrassed in prime time anymore. Yeah, man, we still got to go out there and make it happen. No more primetime BS games. That's not what I'm into, for sure. But yeah, okay. So let's, in case anyone's come in late, just so you guys know, I'm gonna go ahead and recap this, okay, guys? Preseason. We start off with the 49ers, which is kind of cool because the whole Jimmy G connection, right? Next, we got the Rams, and then we got the Cholo Bowl, Raiders, and Cowboys to end the preseason. All right, screw the preseason. Let's start the regular season. These two back-to-back road games early in the season wipe away 2 cold weather games, right? So, week 1 at Denver, weather should be pretty nice. Week 2 at Buffalo, weather could be a little warm, but definitely better than having it be like single digits or below zero, right? So start two potential cold weather games at Broncos, at Buffalo, back to back to start the season. Then we get our first primetime game, which is Sunday Night Football, week 3 against Pittsburgh, home opener for us. Next week, we go to our home away from home at SoFi against the Chargers in week 4. Week 5, another primetime game, Monday Night Football versus the Jordan Love-led Green Bay Packers at home. So another home primetime game. Great for us because, hey, it's kind of Davante Adams' old team, stuff like that. Week 6, at home against the Patriots. Week 7 was our third potential cold weather game out of 4. So we got the potential 3 cold weather games out of the way early, so they're not going to be super cold and snowy. Week 7 is going to be at Chicago, which is great news for us. Week 8, Monday Night Football at Detroit, but indoor game. So it's going to be all good. All right. Week 9, well, actually week 9 and 10 back-to-back against a New York team. Week 9, the Giants come to visit us. And then week 10, another primetime game, another home primetime game versus the Jets. So 3 out of 4 so far, home primetime games. Week 11, we go to Miami, which is always nice weather down there. Then week 12, the KC Chiefs come to us. Week 13, we have a bye week. So we're 6-6 home and away games before the bye. Then we have 3 out of 5 home games to end the season. We're at home versus Minnesota, at home Thursday Night Football versus the Chargers, which is good for us. If we have a Thursday night game, it's good to have a Thursday night game versus an opponent that that you've already played, right? So it's good for us. Then the Christmas Day game versus the Chiefs at the Chiefs. We go back-to-back at the Colts, which who knows what they're going to be towards the end of the year. They can be a world beater with all those athletes, or they can just be god-awful. Who knows? Then we end the season at home versus the Broncos. Again, I like the way it laid out. We got 3 of the 4 cold weather games done before the end of October, which is tits for us, right? Definitely something that I was looking for sure. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's weird. We got the Thanksgiving weekend game versus the Chiefs, and then we have the Christmas Day game against the Chiefs. Give them something to be thankful for. Raiders 75-28, the best avatar in the business. 5 primetime games. That's wild. It has to be with Super Bowl being in Vegas, and they want to show off the stadium. Yeah, man, it's possible because 4 out of those 5 are going to be at home. The Pittsburgh comes to us. Green Bay comes to us. The Jets come to us. The Chargers come to us. And then we go to Detroit. And I think Detroit next year is where the draft is. So they want to kind of give them, a little bit of love. So cool, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it for sure. We're not worried about cold weather game anymore. We don't have car. D. Keegan, man, listen. I just don't want my guys out there in the cold. They're not used to it. They're used to that Vegas weather. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just rather not play in it. I don't care who's out there. I'd just rather not do it. That's just me. Yeah, guys. All right, guys. What do you guys think, man? Give me some predictions here. Give me some predictions, some schedule, some win-loss predictions. I got a couple of 12 and 5s out there. What else we got? 12 and 5, 12 and 5. Another guy. Got. What do we think? All right. Looks like we were winding down. Okay, guys. That's my time for today. Everybody, thank you very much. There's schedule's up. You can check it out. That one was on Raiders.com. You can go anywhere you get your news for the schedule. Schedules are, I think the schedule was great. Great news for us. Big news. The big news for us, 5 primetime games. 4 out of those 5 are going to be at home. 3 out of the 4 potential cold weather outdoor games are going to be before the snow is going to fall. So another good thing for us. Good balance. Week 13 is the bye. We end the season with 5 games, 3 of them at home, 2 of them on the road. Before the bye, a nice mix, 6-6, home and away. So the schedule looks really nice for us. Really good thing for us to push. Yeah, man, I think it's going to be good things for us. Now, Turco 0-4. This fool tripping over here. All right. Main thing for us. Stay positive. Root for the things that we want to root for. Push for wins. Push for victories. Find ways to make it happen. Let's keep the positivity up, guys. Nothing's happened yet, right? Nobody's put on pads yet. Let's wait till we get out there to start shitting on each other, okay? All right, guys. Thanks very much. We got another video that dropped today as well. If you want to go ahead and check that one out after here. Ty Davis, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Without a car, I'm not worried about cold weather. Ty, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but if you're a warm weather indoor team, I would rather not play in the cold weather regardless. I mean, you may not be worried about it because you don't have to play in it. I don't want my guys playing in that type of weather. Just saying. All right, y'all. Turco, bro. Turco's killing me over here. He's talking about we're way too hyped. Sean Payton about to smoke us week 1. Okay. Let's see it happen. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm not gonna chalk it up as an L right away. You know what I'm saying? But all right, guys, keep it up, keep the hype up. We need to be hyped. We need to go out there and make our presence felt. I'm trying to get some freaking tickets for opening day so I can, shove it in their face. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Make sure you let me know your win-loss prediction for this year. The schedule is out. Again, great schedule for us. Nice bye week in week 13. Good mix, 6-6, home and away before the bye. 3 out of the 4 potential cold weather outdoor games are done before the cold weather. And we get 3 out of 5 home games post-bye for the late season push. Let me know what you guys think about it. And until next time, guys, peace.